All right, it's finally happened. Yes, they have buffed contests. But they also did more than just buff contests, right? They also made that contest affect the green window. Let me break this down for you, Rue. But first, let me just read what the patch note says. It says, we will be releasing an update that makes the following improvements to contest coverages based on gameplay data and community feedback. They said slightly reduce the impact of height mismatches on contest coverage. Shorter defenders can now generate slightly stronger contests against taller shooters. Slightly increase the effectiveness of strong contests. Well-positioned and well-timed contests will further narrow the shooter's green window more than before. No change has been made to shooting difficulty, shooting mechanics, or any other gameplay systems. We will continue to monitor games across various modes and skills. Okay, now I was playing a little bit, and I wasn't able to see. You got to get contests. You got to really get some contests to see what's going on. But as far as like shooting, it seems like it's still OP. Like you can still fade, rhythm shooting, all that, right? Like nothing changes. Okay, but the big thing is that once we get everybody online, because this came out, early this morning. Once we get everybody online and everybody's able to play, and and you'll get thousands upon thousands of games being in and data is being collected, we would see, what's really going to happen. Because what the thing is this, and I've been telling you every time, when you change one thing, when you make adjustment to one thing, something else happens. Okay, so now 2K for the rest of this year, they're going to keep on tinkering, right? Because don't get it twisted. Something now is going to be affected. That's going to come out of this, right? If you know somebody that's a dev or somebody that's that knows how to write, different type of languages as far as computers, they'll let you know, or data. When you start changing something here, something over here changes too, right? And it's not intentional. That's just how it is. So we'll find out what effects of this is going to have on the game. But the big thing is that the whole time everybody was always arguing back and forth about was it contest, and I was like, well, it's not really a contest, it's the green window. And people were like, what are you talking about, Demi? It's a contest. When I jump, I don't get this. I said, okay, fine then, but what about the times when you do get a 75, 100% contest and people are still greening? They're still hitting them shots very consistently, right? So that's what I was telling people in the beginning. I was like, bro, it doesn't matter what contest you get if the green window is still big enough and you're still hitting shots. I was like, yo, the green window needs to be smaller, right? And then the contest will matter. It's like what came first, right? The chicken or the egg. Like we're basically arguing the same thing, but I'm just trying to say that, it was not the contest that was the issue. Yes, the contest was an issue, right? And hopefully you can catch me. The contest was an issue. But when the times the contest wasn't an issue, when I was getting 80%, 100%, knocking people on the ground and they were still greening shots, I'm like, bro, okay, so then obviously contest ain't the issue here. It's the green window because people are still greening shots, right? So I was like, if you was to shorten the green window, then that 75%, 80% contest, you will get the results you want, which you would hope will be a miss or, low percentages of those going in. So when they says well-positioned, well-timed contests will further narrow the shooter's green window more than before, that is going to be game-changing, okay? Because now people that were like, oh, well, it was just a 30% contest. Hopefully that 30% contest means that, them shots are not going in as much. And hopefully that means that you needing to have Deadeye is going to be more important than what it was. Like I said, I have a 75 3-ball. I only have bronze Deadeye, and I'm just hitting shots left and right contested. Like it's not even an issue. Now, the one that it says slightly reduce the impact of height mismatches on contest coverage. This is where like 2K Toots and 2K Labs are going to have to come in and let us know what's the height now. Because remember there was like some data that came out recently that said like 6'11s for some reason were getting like the best contest. So now I'm interested to see the meta pretty much is like a 6'7", 6'6" lockdown. What type of effect does a 6'6", 6'7" lockdown have on a 7'4"? Like what is that now? You know what I mean? And then, you know, the big thing is that you really can only go 6'9" if you want to be a real good swing, because 6'9s will allow you to get, you know, on ball minutes. So how effective is a 6'9" on a 7'4"? You see what I'm saying? And then also for my 7'4"s, the guys and gals that are running with the 7'4"s, I'm pretty sure you're gonna want to know this type of information also. Like, yo, am I able to still shoot over a 6'4" person? Like, would I get no contest? Or will a 6'4" person, all of a sudden, if I shoot right over them like I had been before, and it was 0%, you know, it was a wide open shot, is that now gonna be like 15, 20%? You know? And then on top of that, like, you know, where's that balance going to be? Because think about it. If a 6'4" person is now able to get a decent contest on a 7'4", you know, all the 7'4"s are going to be like, hey, you do 6'4", and now I can't even shoot over him, right? You know, it's like, where is that going to be? Where's that going to go? You know, and I will say this, man, and I said this in my previous videos. I was like, yo, like, that's why I didn't make a lockdown yet. You see what I'm saying? That's why I didn't make a 7'4". Because I knew these things were going to be coming, and I didn't want to waste no bills. I didn't want to waste no VC, because I'm pretty sure 7'4"s are going to be, you know, obsolete. Like obsolete. I can't see, once people make an adjustment and start making their builds to stop 7'4"s. 7'4"s, they can't run, they have no lateral quickness, they can't defend, like they can't do nothing. All they can do is just sit there and hit shots. Now, they were very good at what they can do, but if you take away the efficiency of being able to hit, you know, 90% of your shots and don't have to move and just shoot over people, then they become obsolete. Like, you don't need them no more, right? So, you know, hopefully we'll find out very soon once we get more data and have, you know, thousands upon thousands of people play. But this, to me, right, is a W, right? I am happy that the contest system works, and hopefully the next thing that will be addressed will be the rhythm shooting. And then after the rhythm shooting, let's look at some like on-ball steals. Because the reason why I say that is because once you already make this a change like this, you might as well just go ahead and start tinkering with everything, because you either don't make no changes, or if you do make a change, you're going to be making changes throughout the year. So now let's go ahead and keep on tinkering. And I feel like rhythm shooting and on-ball steals, or if you're not really a big fan of steals, then maybe blitzes. I think blitzing also needs to be looked at. I know that Mike Wang did say something about that, but we haven't seen anything about it, and I feel like blitzes are still not as effective. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I think this is gonna be huge, right? Let me know in the comment section after you play some games, have you seen a difference? But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really soon on the banger, man. You know, when I say back soon on the banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.